Joining us tonight, former South Carolina governor, former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, Brett.
What's your assessment right now of how things are going when it comes to the Biden administration vis-a-vis Ukraine?
Well, I mean, it's been, everything's been late, right? It's been too little, too late. And I think that it's unthinkable that we've asked Zelensky and we're allowing Zelensky to beg for his freedom, to beg for weapons, to beg for all of these things. We should have been there from the beginning. We should have sanctioned in the beginning to let Putin know how serious we were. We should have sent them all the arms that they needed. I mean, the idea that they're having to beg over and over again, he's got a country to save, but he continues having to beg for equipment, for arms, for help. We should be there. This is a fight for freedom, and it's a fight that we have to win.
So the concerns from some Democrats and some of the administration that when you cross this line and it's a very provocative move as far as what we do on the ground, somehow could force Putin back into a corner to use, let's say, tactical nuclear weapons.
Putin's already in a corner. I mean, the thing is, he's always going to threaten. He's always going to say he's going to do things. You can't run scared from Putin. The only thing Putin recognizes and respects is strength and dominance. And that's what we need to do. And we need to get our allies to do it, too. You can't be worried. We've already sent javelins and stingers. We've sent every kind of ammunition. We should send more. There should be no holding back on this. That's what Putin's hoping, is that he's scaring us, and we can't ever let him see that the allies are scared or that we're scared.
The other thing that's interesting is the other countries that are playing a part, China in particular. Here today was William Burns, the CIA director, answering questions about China's role and also that nuclear question. Take a listen.
A silent partner in Putin's aggression, Xi Jinping's China is our greatest challenge, in many ways the most profound test that CIA has ever faced. Given the potential desperation of President Putin and the Russian leadership, given the setbacks that they've faced so far militarily, none of us can take lightly the threat posed by a potential resort to tactical nuclear weapons.
What do you make of all that?
Well, I don't think China's been very silent. I mean, you can look, the fact that they were standing there side by side prior to this war, and China used the words that Russia was their ultimate partner, says all you need to know. They're going to be there for backup, whether it's financially, whether it's in terms of trade, whether it's in terms of arms, all of those things. We should assume it. And you should also know that China's just as dangerous as Russia. They're stronger, and in some cases they could be more dangerous. We should never take our eyes off of China, because they are going to continue to move strategically as this war continues on.
Last thing, Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK, walking alongside President Zelensky on the streets of Kyiv. They're clearly projecting that the UK is taking a leadership role in this, getting weapons in, etc. What would a Republican administration do differently than the Biden administration is doing now?
Well, I think an American president on the ground with Zelensky is a massive show of strength. Whenever the U.S. does something, the world follows. And so I think, if Biden were to be there on the ground with Zelensky, it's a very strong move. Even if he's a weak president, it means something. And I think you look at the Ukrainians and you look at what they've done. I mean, the idea that they gave up on the Ukrainians weeks ago. I mean, it's 50 days that they have fought. Today, we think they took out the flagship, which is the largest ship of Russia's fleet. I mean, every time Russia tries, Ukrainians stick it right back to them. And I think we should be incredibly proud of their fight, incredibly proud of their strength, and we should stand with them. If Russia's going to stand beside China, you better believe America needs to be standing beside Ukraine.
Ambassador Nikki Haley, we appreciate your time.
Thanks so much.